You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go! 15 minutes of fame radio.
We're now stepping into 15 minutes of fame radio.
Yo, what's Gucci? What's shaking, man? You already know who it is. It's the Princess, Ash Cash, 15 Minutes of Fame, Trap New York, all that good shit. Thank you guys. No, seriously, thank you for tuning in to another weekend, another evening with the Princess. We got a lot of catching up to do. This last weekend was it was a very, very busy weekend. I was at UDUB. I was at RBE. If you guys were at RBE, then you've seen the live stream we did. It was super fun. The live stream was crazy. You guys got to catch a lot of moments that you couldn't see. So thank you guys for tuning in. But I'm going to give you guys some recaps. We're going to start with the RBE joint. Then I'm going to recap the UDUB. Let's go straight into the RBE joint. First up, we had Mac Myron versus Oops. I don't know how to put this because I like Oops. Oops is super dope to me, super chill. And he got bars, but I don't know what happened. Oops, I don't know. It was like Oops, it was like Mac 3-0. I can't even save it. Mac Myron 3-0. Oops just wasn't really prepared. He was stumbling. He was choking. It was bad. So shout out to Mac Myron though. Mac Myron is dope. I got to see him in Detroit when he battled Magic. It was super fire. He's super dope. He got some other stuff coming up, so make sure you guys look out for that. Next up was T Moneybags versus Magic. T Moneybags is so fire. I think Bags is one of the top 5 underrated battlers. Maybe top 7 underrated. It's a lot of underrated guys. We got Bricks. It's a lot that's underrated, and I think he doesn't really get a lot of credit. I don't know what happened with Magic. Magic wasn't really on his shit either. It was definitely a 3-0 for Moneybags. Magic was kind of stumbling all over the place, couldn't really get himself together. It just wasn't, I don't know, he wasn't Magic. He was just, I don't know, he was just rapping not really for a check, I guess, but just rapping. But shout out to Moneybags. He did say he was going to do damage. He came in here. If you guys watched my show the week before that, Team Hami was in the building. And he definitely said he was coming to do work. So shout out to Moneybags. Next up, which was the most controversial battle of the night, was JC and J Murder. Now, this whole judging thing, I don't really agree with the judging thing. I asked several people how they feel about bringing the judging back, and they think that, it brings back the old essence of battle rap, the grind time and all that other stuff. I don't agree with the judging because battle rap is such a preference thing now. It just it depends on what you prefer for the battler and the battle itself. Now, during this battle with JC and J Murder, the judges were randomly picked. It was just picked from out of the crowd. I don't know. JC and J Murder was a fire battle. I feel like JC kind of turned down a little bit for this one. I don't know if he was trying to cater to the crowd, but he kind of turned down. He still had bars. A lot of bars went over people's heads, but J Murder was so clean, so fire, so poised, had so much energy. Has so much going on. Judges said JC 2-1. I don't agree. I say J Murder 2-1. Like I said, the whole judge thing was crazy because they just picked them randomly. So it's how do you know that person didn't have favoritism for JC when you picked them? So it's kind of I don't know. It would have been, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I just think that I feel like he got ripped off a little bit. But, this is Punchlines of Politics. We're going to leave the politics out of that one. But like I said, for mine, I think J Murder took it. Shout out to JC, though. I think it might look a little different on cam, possibly. But like I said, J Murder, 2-1. Then we had XL. We had my trap brother versus Big Cannon. And I don't really want to judge that one because I'm super biased. And like I said, Excel's one of my trap brothers. But I'm sorry, X. I'm gonna have to go with Cannon on this one. Cannon was just too much. Cannon was in his bag. I feel like Excel Excel is Excel. Excel just didn't turn up as much as he should have for Cannon. But overall, it was a dope battle. But I feel like Cannon got that battle 2-1. And then we had Swave versus Danny Myers, which was crazy because Swave ended up choking in the first round. He ended up choking after like just a few first bars and still ended up clean. Like, I think Swave might have had one of the craziest, like, I don't want to say the craziest third rounds of the year yet because it's only March, but he's definitely in the bracket. He's in the bracket for crazy third rounds. Like, it was one of them third rounds that was so crazy that you could just win the whole battle off of it. But he definitely beat Danny. I don't know what was up with Danny. I don't know if he was, I don't know. I feel like the whole writer's block, everybody was just off their game. Like, they weren't A1. It could be that, or it could just be Team Hami just had the better night. Either way, I feel like definitely Swave Sever took that. Shout out to Danny Myers, though. That was it for the UDUB joint. It was dope. Shout out to all the judges. Jazz judged the battle. She never wants to judge another battle again because that judging thing, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. But shout out to RBE. We're going to go straight to this UDUB joint now. We all know this UDUB joint was kind of like a rookies versus vets. The I don't want to call them smaller people, but the up-and-comers for UDUB, they battled a lot of top tiers, and it wasn't a good night for them. Those guys, they need a lot of work. It's only really one that really stood out and really showed a lot of star power, but Lotta versus Kilo, that was a body out the window, straight 3-0. The Kilo guy, I wasn't really too familiar with him, but he was stumbling all over the place. He was freestyling. It wasn't a good look. He was not ready at all. Lotta 3-0. Then we had Prez Mafia up against Bandit Montana. Prez is back. Shout out to Prez. I feel like Prez had a lot going on. You know how Prez could do with scheming, and you know he's Mr. Hide My Bars. I feel like a lot of his stuff was going over people's heads. People weren't really, I wouldn't say they weren't paying attention, but I feel like a lot of his stuff were going over heads. But, you know, in the building, I definitely give it to Bandit Montana. He definitely took it to 1. But on cam, I think it might be different for Prez. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. John the Don versus AMP. It was just a body. It was not. There's no way around me explaining that except he was not ready for John. I feel like John isn't really appreciated when it comes to his style and his bars. I think John is super dope, and people don't take into consideration what he can do. So, I don't know. Like I said, John the Don, body. Who else was it? Clips got bodied. No, I'm just kidding. No, he didn't get bodied. Clips caught a body. I could say that. That was bad. That guy wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. You know, I think those gentlemen definitely need a lot of work. Shout out to them for trying, though. It was still, I don't want to say it was a good battle. Anyway, whatever. Clips body. Bill Collector versus Casher, if that's how you say his name. If I fucked it up, I'm sorry. But Bill Collector versus Casher, that battle was a little confusing. A lot of people were talking throughout what was going on. I couldn't really, not that I couldn't hear them, but Bill Collector kept stopping because people were talking, all types of nonsense. And then on top of that, that battle was supposed to be a 3-round battle. And it ended up just stopping. Like, Bill Collector was just like, nope, I was supposed to do a 1 round, and he just stopped. If you take a look at my Arsenal interview, Arsenal kind of explains, you know, what happened with that. It was some mix-up with contracts and whatnot, but you could see it definitely on that interview what had happened. Shout out to Bill Collector, though. Next, it was Big T versus Rad B. Now, this was the only battle to me out of all the up-and-comers that were actually ready. I feel like Rad B actually made this debatable against Big T. People weren't really fucking with Big T, but Big T was saying some shit. I don't know. I think maybe the whole room was for Rad B. I think they were rooting for him, but a lot of people weren't fucking with Big T. I think that battle could go either way. I think Rad B did a great job controlling the crowd and understanding how to rumble with somebody bigger than him. So, I don't know. Rad B said he's ready for chess. I'm not sure. Chess, UDUB versus URL. I had already asked Norbs about it. That could be a good look because Rad B definitely was dancing with Big T. So, chess, you might have some... And they're actually both the same age. Rad B is 17, and I believe Chess is 17 as well. So, you know, two young guys going against each other, both want to come up. We'll see what happens with that. Next, we had the 2-on-2. DNA, K-Shine versus Arsenal and Suge. Now, this battle was crazy. I feel like Arsenal and Suge definitely, I wouldn't say stepped it up, but they surprised me. Definitely surprised me because they were all down their neck from the beginning of the battle. Like, it was just back and forth. It's like they got crazy the first round. Then you had DNA and K-Shine do the pocket tap and with the double tap, like that got crazy. And then you had the boys, you had K-Shine and Saga pull out. I said K-Shine and Saga. K-Shine and DNA actually pulled out Saga. They pulled them out. They did some Family Feud type scheme thing. It was dope. It was fire. Then right after that, you had Arsenal and Suge pull out Sharon. Now, Sharon flew in the same day from King of the Dot, well, from Canada, to come out. So that's going to be crazy. If you guys see my video, I wouldn't say it went viral, but it's out. It's all over the place. I was standing there, and Sharon is super fire. He did the same Slim Jesus beat. I don't know if I should be spoiling it for you guys. I should just let you guys see it for yourself. So shout out to Sharon. Shout out to DNA, K-Shine, R, Suge, all that. Ja versus Cortez. Damn, I seen a lot of battles this week. Ja versus Cortez. That was, I hate to say it, but that was like a snooze fest. Like, that was not a good battle at all. I don't know what was going on. They just didn't have any energy. They were just like, blah. And people just weren't into it. Like, I don't think anybody was into it. The whole venue wasn't really into it. I don't know what happened with that. I expected so much from the trailers and everything. You know, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill you, no, I'm going to kill you type thing. And didn't really, I don't know. It didn't really do it for me. I think Cortez might have had better bars from what I heard. Ja's actually pretty dope. I expected more from him pretty much because I've seen him versus Show Off. And I keep calling him Ja. He's going to kill me. J 400 Block. He showed up versus Show Off. And I don't know. I just expected a little bit more. So I don't know what happened with that. But shout out to them too. Math versus Head Ice. I don't know if you guys heard, but Math did some weird things that's not like Math. He did some theme music throughout all 3 rounds, like some Michael Myers type music in the background. He had a whole bunch of props. It was just really weird. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. I know Math is going to kill me because Math hates when I give my opinion on him, but I'm sorry, Math. I still do love you, but I don't think you beat Head Ice. So, shout out to you, Math. And I don't know. I just feel like Head Ice had the better night. I feel like the props might have been a little bit, I don't want to say a little bit of a crutch, but I feel like without the music, I don't think it would have been better than what Head Ice was saying. But I do like Math. I think Math is super dope. I just feel like he wasn't the regular Math, what Math usually is. So shout out to the Wolf. Shout out to Math. Shout out to UDUB. It was a dope-ass event. Now, off this recapping battles because that was too much for me. It was a big-ass event. They were both dope. moving along. I know you guys seen Dizaster tweeting out that he really wants Hollow and Lux next. He also said, what do you think if Clips was offered? I would give you guys the info, but Clips is here. We're going to chop that up later. We're going to talk a little bit about that, about Dizaster battling Clips, or if Clips even wants to battle him, or however that works. But in other news, I know y'all seen the K-Shine and Bill Collector beef. Now, I'm not going to go too into detail about it because I was standing there, but I didn't hear everything that was going on. It was a lot of commotion at the UDUB event when K-Shine and Bill Collector got into it. It was words exchanged, and then I don't know what happened from there. If you guys could see, they're going back and forth online, on the DM, well, not the DM, but on the Instagram, they're going back and forth, exchanging words about what happened with this, that, and the third. Bill Collector ended up getting arrested after the event, and I'm not sure what happened to him. He just got arrested. He left the venue, stormed out, got arrested, and that's what happened with that. I tried to reach out to Bill Collector, but I couldn't catch up with him, so maybe I'll catch up with him a little bit later and be able to give you guys a little bit of detail so we can find out what's going on. But I feel like I've done enough talking for today. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed my recaps. And make sure you guys tune in because I got Charlie fucking Clips in the building, man. We're going to be chopping it up with him next. And I'm going to see you guys in a little bit.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.
15 minutes of fame radio.
We're now stepping into 15 minutes of fame radio. Yeah.
That's my motherfucking jam right there.